Hello everybody, welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution. So, in this episode we are going to go ahead and give the Typhoon to Pritchard. But before we do that, I just want to say that I tried recording a segment in last episode where I was talking to Malik, but it failed to record, so I wonder if we can talk to her again, because she did talk about the attack on that we saw in the first episode. So yeah, there was some valuable information there, so gonna try and see if she's gonna talk again.
You need something, Jensen?
Yeah, I was hoping you could tell me about the first attack.
There we go.
Sure. Anything in particular?
Right, so I'm just going to redo the options that I did in the last recording that just failed.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Sarif is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
Alright, so let's just ask her about her perspective on the
You were there
events.
that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us,
They were gone.
whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
And so, who could have ironed them?
I'm gonna find them, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
Right, so let's go and continue with our mission. But first, I just want to check something else. I'm just trying to delay it as much as possible. No, not really. I just want to check out something. Okay. Right. Yeah. I'm going to go back in there very soon. I'm just going to check if it was actually there. Right. So now we are free to go. Don't forget to close the doors. There could be people, hired professionals coming in.
How public opinion has turned
Nope.
on David so quickly. Like it's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
And as you can notice, there's the conversation that people are having, that are talking about the news and the influence that media have on people, and also the extremists, the purists that have also some effect on the opinions of people. So yeah, it's really good, because it shows us an effect on the actual society with the stuff that is happening, which I think is really interesting. It's one of my favorite aspects of this game, actually.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's
Well,
a
I
reason
did
I
hack a
can't
computer.
examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Yeah, as if there was a way that we could get better, so we get along better. Really. Right. Let's see. I just want to learn about your stuff, about your computer stuff. Interesting. Seems like there's nothing at all. Your typing is not really effective on this computer, it seems. Right, anyways. Just trying to argue with him. Okay, let's see. We need to head there and see Sarif. Right. Talk to him about the stealth failures that we had. You know, might be an interesting subject to talk about. Yeah, one cool thing is that you can see the city by the elevator. And also one thing that is pretty strange in this game, the elevators are freaking awesome looking, and I don't know if a real corporation will actually make their elevators that good looking.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages, Adam. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, 'cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You've still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Right, so we have to go ahead and see that corpse. Just because the cops are hiding stuff from us, we need to find out stuff. It's basically the point of the whole game. We need to find out stuff. Right. Let's look at the fancy Detroit city. I love cyberpunk. Right. No, seems like I need to report to my office. Alright, let's do some work stuff now. So, let's see, it's up there. Oh yeah, that's the first side quest in the game. Right, you know what? I think I'm going to do side quest. Because we're going to have more experience, which is going to be useful in the long run. So, we're going to do that, and then we're going to get to the police place.
Jensen,
Hello.
me?
Well, you know what? I'm going to just do some stuff first before I talk to you. Alright, so here we have access to the security systems, and I just wanted to show you guys how that works because I didn't have the chance to access the computer in the last mission. So basically, when you have the augmentations to have access to the turrets and the robots, you can control them, and you can even use them to attack the enemy. So right now, we don't have access to that, and I don't think there is even any turrets and robots into this place. But we can use them with this menu to kill the enemies if we want to. Or we can just disable them if we want, so yeah. And we can shut down the cameras as well. But I'm not going to do that because that's the Sarif security system and that's actually useful to us, so. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. Let's see. Oh, now I got all the pocket secretaries that I had before. Oh wait, no, Sarif headquarters. Right. Oh, okay, it's just pretty much a log of the emails that I just read before. Huh. So now all the emails that I read at the beginning from Megan, I have all of them into my pocket, basically. Talk about privacy invasion. Especially the fact that now she's dead. So yeah, that is not so fortunate. Like, just access my own computer. Okay, so now we have the codes from some people in there. We just hear the guy in the background that just wants us to... It just wants to give us a side quest, but we're just... Nah, just reading an email. Reading security codes. I'm not really caring about you.
No, that sounds too desperate.
Stop caring about your appearances. I'm right here in front of your face. I'm noting all your insecurities. Alright, anyways.
Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while we thought you were a goner too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
As long as you give me experience, I will be fine with that. Right, so when you're about to accept a side quest, you can also ask for more information if you want. But that is pretty straightforward, so we're just going to go with it and see what happens.
Alright, tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
Alright, let's go.
I got it from here.
Alright, so first side quest. Let's see, we just need to first find the stairs. That will be really useful in order to actually access this side quest.
Made a presentation in Washington, the UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions. We don't know that.
So yeah, so the guy that we saw in the cutscene earlier, the guy with a beard with a British accent, yeah, is Darrow, which is basically he is the creator of the augmentation technology. So yeah, of course it has to be a British guy, an old British guy with a beard, because really we have to have a character that looks badass, honestly.
Ah, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
Of course we can say the classic quote from Adam Jensen, I never asked for this, but Yeah. Just go with detach.
I do what I have to do, augmented or not.
You seem very pragmatic, Adam. Maybe you should be careful not to trivialize such dramatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse. But I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
That's a side quest that we really can't decline. Besides, we will be able to find out about the police and the corruption and stuff like that going on. So, you know, this will be reasonable to accept.
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Right. Well, side quests are, especially the first few side quests, it's pretty good to have more information about the world itself into the game. So here we are in Detroit, 2027. It looks pretty sweet. Although some of you might argue that that cities aren't really that good looking, but I think this just looks great. Right. So let's see. So the nearest side quest is wait, S2, S3. This is pretty strange. Didn't we have side quest 1 and side quest 2? Okay. This is a bit strange. Right, I'll just go ahead and see what the side quest 3 is about.
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those Ugg lovers get in my face now.
Okay, we have to do the side quest with the detective and the Megan proof and stuff like that. So yeah, so we'll investigate on the attack and what happened to Megan.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Sarif headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you You obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
Right.
That's all I need for now.
I have to say, his voice is freaking awesome. The voice acting in this game is really great. Alright, so let's see. So we got a ton of side quests, ton of objectives that just appeared. So yeah, so we're going to investigate that in the next episode because we're running out of time. So yeah, so thank you all for watching this episode of Deus Ex Human Revolution. So in the next episode we're going to investigate this case and see what we can find. So thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time.